There was a boy named Josh from South Africa who had a heart full of dreams and a spirit full of love. For almost 2 years, he dated a wonderful girl named Aisha, who came from a devout Muslim family. Their relationship blossomed despite their different backgrounds, and they shared countless beautiful moments together, laughing under the stars, exploring the vibrant streets of Cape Town, and finding joy in each other's company. Josh admired Aisha not just for her beauty, but for her intelligence and kindness. She introduced him to her culture, and he found himself captivated by the traditions and values that shaped her life. In turn, he shared his Christian beliefs with her, and they often engaged in deep conversations about faith and spirituality. They both believed that love transcended religious boundaries, and this belief strengthened their bond. As time passed, Josh felt it was the right moment to introduce Aisha to his family. He imagined the joy of sharing his love with them and how they would embrace her as part of their lives. However, when he brought up the idea with Aisha, her expression changed. She hesitated and finally said, "Josh, I can't meet your family. If we were to be together, it would mean I have to convert to Islam. That's how it works in my family." Josh's heart sank at her words. He had always believed that love should be free from the constraints of religious differences. He looked into Aisha's eyes and said, "But Aisha, religious beliefs shouldn't stop you from marrying someone you really love. It's not about the religion, it's about the heart. We have built something beautiful together, and I don't want to lose that over something we can work through." Aisha's eyes glistened with tears as she listened to him. She understood his perspective, but the weight of her family's expectations loomed heavily over her. She explained, "Josh, my family holds our faith very dear. They would never accept a relationship like ours unless I convert. I don't know if I can go against them." Josh felt a mix of frustration and sadness. He wanted to fight for their love, to show her that they could create a life together that honored both their backgrounds. He suggested they could find a way to blend their traditions, to celebrate both cultures in their future family. But Aisha was torn. She loved him deeply, yet the fear of disappointing her family held her back. Days turned into weeks, and the conversation lingered in the air between them. They both knew that the love they shared was special, but the reality of their different faiths weighed heavily on their hearts. Josh decided to give Aisha space to think about their future. He hoped that in time, she would see that love could conquer the barriers that religion sometimes created. Eventually, Aisha reached out to Josh. She had spent many sleepless nights contemplating their relationship and the love they shared. She realized that while her family's beliefs were important, her happiness mattered too. She told Josh, "I've thought a lot about us. I don't want to lose you, but I also can't ignore my family's beliefs. Can we find a way to make this work?" Josh felt a surge of hope. They began to discuss their options, exploring ways to honor both their faiths while building a life together. They met with leaders from both communities, seeking guidance on how to navigate their relationship. Slowly but surely, they found a path that allowed them to remain true to themselves while embracing their love. In the end, Josh and Aisha learned that love is a powerful force that can bridge divides. They understood that while their faiths were different, their commitment to each other was unwavering. They chose to walk a path together, one filled with understanding, respect, and love. As they moved forward, they knew that their journey would not always be easy, but they were ready to face it together, heart to heart.